What's going on, guys? It's ItsODDish here, and I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about Diablo Immortal and kind of a little bit of controversy that's going around about that game right now. Now, Diablo Immortal, for those that don't know, was a mobile game announced by Blizzard at their BlizzCon, and it did not go over well.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
The only thing Diablo Immortal really did when it was announced was kind of reignite the whole meme culture, re-innovate it with some fresh, new displays of backhanded aggression, and I was all for it because nobody was hyped for this, nobody asked for this, nobody wanted this. And the unfortunate thing about it is that it could have been a game changer in the mobile market, but somehow Blizzard went twice as predatory. Now, I'll throw some examples up on the screen. I took some screenshots in-game today before I recorded the video of the in-game shop in Diablo. Now, the first one, this is just what you see every time you log in. I don't remember if it pops up every time you log in, but I do know that the shop just kind of is there no matter what. Now, if you look, nothing too crazy, right? Because I paid $1, or I paid 99 cents, sorry, for two different bundles. I wanted the axes, and then I think I was playing it one night, and I was like, I want to do a crest run. I just want to see what I get. And it was like another 99 cents. So I paid $2 altogether. And I may or may not, honestly, if I play it and I continue to play it, I may get the battle pass just because I like cosmetics. But it would be nice if stuff like this was earnable in-game right off the bat. Because the thing is that it's Diablo. People are going to want to play this. You don't need to be this predatory with it. It's Diablo. And after the royal fuck up that 3 was, people are still playing that. And it's been 57 seasons with no changes in gear. All the pets are the same. Nothing has really changed in Diablo 3. I haven't played it in I don't know how long, so I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, nobody's really hype on Diablo 3. I think everyone's went to Path of Exile, and I don't think they've looked back. So a little bit more of a deep dive will show you that there's actually 2 different battle passes. One is the Empowered Battle Pass, and the other is the super awesome Collectors. It's even got the light around the advertisement for Collectors Empowered Battle Pass. And it's all flashy because they want you to get this instead of the other one. This is obviously meant to manipulate your brain and saying, wow, this is shinier, this is nicer, you know, $4.99 or $14.99. But look at everything that I get right now. This is already stuff that's in the Battle Pass. That's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. You're already paying for this. You're just getting it early. So the other reason why I think that they do this is because this is stuff that you get, I believe, towards the end. In your mind, you're going to be like, all right, I already got this stuff. It's not such a big deal if I don't get the other stuff because I've already got my money's worth because I've got these early. So this is great. So not only is there a huge price difference in the 2 battle passes, why not just have one and keep it simple? There's also, if you look down here, a little tab that says Boon of Plenty. Now, the Boon is pretty much your WoW subscription for Diablo 3. You get login rewards and you get monthly rewards. Nothing really game-changing, nothing really worth it. I mean, the 7 legendary crests, okay, and 30 regular crests. And then after that, you only get 1 a day, and you only get 7 of these, and then you'll have to buy more, and then it's just this never-ending loop of swiping your credit card. Also notice how this stacks up to 3 times at $9.99. Not 10, but $9.99. Now, if you look up here at Boon of Plenty, you'll see that there is a little magnifying glass with the Devil's Contract right here. And if you give that a little look through, you'll see that there's an overview of the fine print. So you purchase it, you get your instant benefits plus 30 days of daily gifts. Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody sends me a gift and the mailman leaves it on my doorstep and I'm not there to get my gift that day, he doesn't come back and take that shit. And if you happen to go towards the end of this little overview, which not everyone's going to read this because it's like, okay, I buy this and I get my 30 days of gifts, and you really only ever get what's actually displayed because if there were more that you could get, they would show it, so you buy it. But unlocked benefits are revoked once the Boon of Plenty expires, and they can only be claimed by logging in each day while the Boon of Plenty is active, otherwise they will be lost. So what that means is that you will not get that stuff if you do not log into the game. Say I can't play for a week, you lose a week's worth of daily login bonuses and you don't get them back. Now, unfortunately, I had to learn this lesson the hard way before because when I was playing Genshin Impact, they offered the same thing. And I'm pretty sure that they did the same exact thing, is that you don't get it if you don't log in. I can't remember, but when it first came out, I played it for a couple weeks and then I never touched it again. I got a PS5 and then I started playing it again, same account, and I'm almost positive I didn't get that stuff. Now, after Blizzard's not so warm reception to the announcement of Diablo Immortal, they could have taken a step back and said, hey, you know what? We need to reimagine what it means to be in mobile gaming. But anytime Blizzard should do something, they do the complete opposite. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know who in charge is saying, hey, you know what you guys should do? The complete opposite of what you should do. And then blame other people for it. Look at World of Warcraft. Every single expansion that comes out, they try to reinvent the wheel in this weird niche way. People played World of Warcraft like it was legitimately their second life. I was one of those people. It was a really hard time in my life. I was 16 or 17 when I really got into the game, and I loved every minute of it. If I had the money, I would have bought everything World of Warcraft related by itself. No matter what, it doesn't matter what it was, I would have gotten it. And then it was around Warlords of Draenor where I really thought that they didn't have our best interest in mind. I didn't mind Mists of Pandaria. I actually had the most fun I had in a long time with that expansion. But for some people, that was the falling off point. I know Cataclysm was not my favorite by any means because it was another reinvention of the wheel that didn't need to be. And I think the sad thing is that with Diablo Immortal, they really could have turned it around and garnered some good faith from the community, which at this point they really need. And you know, Blizzard didn't take a step back. They didn't do anything to garner good faith with us, the players in the community. They did the exact opposite, and they do this every single time that there comes a choice to either be the good guy or be the bad guy. And for some reason, they always choose the bad guy, and usually, with World of Warcraft, it's Ian on the front line explaining the philosophy on how them being a bad guy is really good is really in our benefit for them to be that way. And it's not. And people are starting to realize that they don't want to accept this anymore. And then you get this group of people that will defend these bad decisions that companies make, and it's usually, well, if you don't like it, don't play the game. And that was a big thing for World of Warcraft for so long was, well, if you don't like it, why are you still here? Well, for me personally, and it's not the same with Diablo, like, yes, Diablo was a fun game, but World of Warcraft was more of a lifestyle. You were a part of that world, you helped it grow, you've seen the changes, you've met friends, you've made memories. World of Warcraft came into our lives, usually for most of us, at a really pivotal point. Whether it was us coming of age and, you know, the internet wasn't as prevalent back in 2004, 2005. And you meet these people, you're in a giant interactive chat room, you're doing raids, you're making friendships, you're talking on Vent, you're discovering yourself, you're discovering music, different TV shows, different cultures. So that's why people care so much about it. And unfortunately, a large part of the decision making around these people's attitudes is emotion, whether you're on the side of good or the side of what's deemed not good. Everything that Blizzard does is not wrong, but the large majority of their decisions are terrible. And somehow they defend it, and then you get these people that defend them. And it's usually, you know, this group that gets stuck in their own echo chambers of just themselves, or a small minority of other people who sit around breathing out of their mouth all day, ping-ponging stupid fucking ideas off of each other as they drool. And it doesn't really affect them. They don't care, so it doesn't matter to them, but then those people are the loudest, telling you how much they don't care and how wrong that you are for caring. Now, don't get me wrong, the average Joe won't be bothered by any of this microtransaction business because those people are the ones that sit in the recliners of the night or on their couch and they play for an hour or two and they go to bed and they don't care. They log in, they get their stuff, or they don't play. But Diablo is a game that by design is made to be competitive. There's ladders and seasons, and you need to farm gear and farm gems, and that's how you get peak performance out of the character that you play to accomplish these things faster. And that's who the game is affecting. Those are the people that are angry. Now again, I just want to make it abundantly clear that the base gameplay of running rifts and doing dungeons and the new raid and all this stuff in a game like Diablo is still fun. But that really falls flat when you get to the end of a run and you get nothing. If you don't put your crests in, and let me be really specific here, if you put legendary crests in, you're probably going to get some legendary gems. If you put the blue ones in, if you put all three in, you may get something, or you could get nothing. And if you go in with no crest activated, then you're probably going to get nothing other than, you know, a couple thousand gold. So the fun that you're having in going through the rift or the dungeon or whatever with these people that you're meeting just really doesn't mean anything at the end because you're not getting anything. It just ultimately it feels like a waste of your time because it's not like you're getting mountains of experience for doing this. The whole point is to get your gems or get upgraded gear, and you just feel like you wasted your time if you're not out getting these crests. And also, weirdly enough, like the matchmaking it's just really odd. If you go to a dungeon for the first time or in general and you can look for party, you can get booted from being the leader of your party to getting sucked into somebody else's party, and they could not even be at their computer or with their tablet and you're just waiting. And then if you leave and they're the only one looking for that group, you can get sucked back into a dead group. Now, there are some quote-unquote pros to the game. The teleport system is free, and I was actually surprised by that there wasn't a limit on how many times a day you could do it. and there wasn't a special resource that you needed to do that. But really, in the back of your mind, common sense just tells me that that's all for the benefit of convenience for them, because the more you can do free of charge, the more money you may spend. And it really sucks because the game is beautiful. I was sitting in a dungeon the other night and I was running through, and you could see the reflections off of the statues and in the pools of blood and everything else, and it looked really great for a mobile game. I haven't seen another mobile game that looks nearly as good as Diablo looks on mobile. On PC, it's really unoptimized and it's kind of dog shit. Also, your default gear that you get while leveling up actually looks pretty cool. I'm 45 or 46 now, and I really kind of like how my character looks without the cosmetics on, so I've just been kind of rocking that. Another thing that I thought was cool, but again, it's overshadowed by somebody whispering to swipe my credit card in my ear every 30 seconds, was that you can res in an instance, I think up to 3 times before you either have to get resed or you have to revive at the start of the dungeon or the previous portal that you went through, either up or down a level. I don't know. I just thought like, hey man, that's kind of cool because they usually charge you for that. But as soon as you leave the dungeon, you get an offer to get some more loot from that dungeon for $5, and it's an 8,000% increase in value. I don't know, it just sucks because the fun you ultimately have playing this is demeaned by the fact that at the game's core, it's just there to take money from you. There's just this looming malevolent hand hovering over your wallet waiting to take your money. And if you really want to seriously play this game and get into it and run and be on the ladders and leaderboards, eventually you're going to shell out some cash and they're going to get your money either way. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, before I end the video, I really don't think that it's too late for them to make some actual changes in the game and redeem themselves a little bit with the community. Like, make the battle pass progression, which I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you have a battle pass on one server, it doesn't carry over to any other character that you make on any other server. I started after my cousin started playing, and we never discussed which server he was on, and when I logged in, I was already at the character select screen, or to make a character. So I did that, and I went through, and he was ahead of me on a different server, and you can't transfer servers, and your progression doesn't carry over to any other part of the game. Battle passes are one-time use per server. So the more that you look into this game, the more things pile up against you that just seem so terrible. And I don't really think it's too late for them to make changes. But yeah, that's just my opinion on things. If you guys like the video, feel free to like it. If not, that's okay too. Consider dropping a subscription to the channel, and if you do, hit the bell icon so you're notified first of my newest uploads when they go up. And I will catch you guys in the next one.